There is an ominous silence that pervades the great house at Collinwood whenever danger is present. It is present on this night, but only two people know of this danger and the terrifying form it will take. Only two people know that Collinwood is threatened once again by a member of the living dead. Barnabas Collins knows and will spend this night searching the woods, trying to root out this danger and destroy it. And in the old house on the Collins estate, Julia Hoffman knows, but does not realize that she will soon come face to face with it.
Who is it? Who's there? Who are you? What do you want here? I asked what you want here. Answer me. Oh, I know who you are.
Julia, you down there? Julia?
Julia! Julia! Julia, can you hear me? Julia, you all right? Julia, don't you recognize me?
Yes.
Well, you don't look like you do. What happened to you? What's the matter with your neck?
Nothing.
You better take it easy. You look kind of weak.
Oh, it's just stiff. It's a stiff neck, that's all. I'm all right.
All right? Well, how can you say you're all right when I found you lying unconscious on the floor? What happened?
I fainted.
You fainted from what?
Too much work, I guess.
Well, Julia, you better take it easy. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I'll go back to Collinwood and go to bed.
Well, that's a good idea. I mean, you know, Barnabas wouldn't want anything to happen to you.
Willie.
Huh?
Willie, I'd appreciate it if you didn't say anything to Barnabas about this.
Well, why don't you want me to say anything to him?
Well, he'll only start worrying about me. Promise me you won't say anything.
Sure, Julia, sure. Okay, if that's the way you want it. Hey, listen, Julia, maybe I better walk you back to Collinwood, huh?
No, I'll be all right. Believe me.
Okay, Julia. You take care. I'll see you tomorrow.
doing? Oh, Dr. Hoffman, I'm sorry the door was locked, but I thought everyone was in the house in bed. Now, I don't mind saying, Doctor, that it would make things a lot easier if people kept me informed of their comings and goings. Shh. Fine thing, not even a thank you.
Willie?
Oh, Barnabas, I didn't hear you come in.
Where's Julia?
She went back to Collinwood.
What for?
I don't know.
Well, I thought she was going to be working late tonight.
Was she?
Well, that's what she told me.
I guess she must have changed her mind.
Well, what did she say to you?
Well, she said she was tired, she needed some rest. She'd been working too hard.
Willie, what's wrong?
Wrong? Nothing. What?
Well, I can always tell when something's wrong and you keep holding things back from me.
I ain't holding nothing back.
Yes, you are. Now, what is it?
Nothing. Nothing. I'm not holding nothing back. I mean, gee, will you leave me alone, Barnabas? What are you so worried about?
I'm not worried. Who said I was?
Well, what are you acting so strange for?
You're the one who's behaving in a strange way. Now, why?
Look, Barnabas, she made me promise not to tell you anything.
Look. About what?
About the way I found her when I got back here.
What are you talking about?
When I got back here, she was lying down on the floor and she was unconscious.
Why didn't you tell me this before?
Barnabas, just take it easy. She's gonna be all right. She just said she was overworked. She'll be fine tomorrow. You wait and see.
You'd better be right, Willie.
Just one moment. Come in.
Oh, Dr. Hoffman, I'm sorry. I thought you'd be ready to go out by now.
I won't be going out today, Mrs. Johnson.
You won't?
No, I'm going to stay in bed all day. I'm not feeling well.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's wrong?
Don't know. I'm just a little run down.
Oh, well, is there anything at all I can get you?
No, but I wonder if you could have the room curtained off.
Curtained off?
Yes, I've already drawn the draperies, but there's still too much sunlight in here.
Too much sunlight?
Yes.
Well, I'll do what I can.
And one other thing. I don't want to see anyone today or take any calls.
All right, I'll see that you're not disturbed all day. Good morning, Mr. Collins.
Good morning. Mrs. Johnson.
Yes?
Would you tell Dr. Hoffman I'd like to see him?
Well, I'd be glad to, but I'm afraid it won't do you any good.
I don't understand you.
Well, she gave me strict orders that she was not to be disturbed today.
Why?
She said she wasn't feeling good and she was going to stay in bed all day.
Well, what's wrong with her?
I don't know, but she's not herself, I can tell you that.
In what way is she different?
Well, it's hard to explain, but she just seems to be in some kind of a daze.
Look, would you just tell her that I'd like to see her? I'm sure
she told me no one at all, and there's no exceptions.
But I must talk to her.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, Mr. Collins.
Look, would you do something for me?
Well, that depends. What is it you want me to do?
I'd like you to leave her a note from me, if you would.
Well, all right. I mean, she didn't say anything about not accepting notes.
Now, please give this to her and tell her I want an answer as soon as possible.
All right, I'll take it right up to her.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
Who's there? Mrs. Johnson. I am sorry to disturb you, Dr. Hoffman, but, Mr. Collins is downstairs, Barnabas Collins.
I told you I didn't want to see any visitors today.
Well, I told him that, and he seemed very upset.
I'm sorry. He'll just have to wait until I'm feeling better.
Well, he gave me this note, and he wanted me to give it to you. And he said that he'd appreciate your giving him an answer as soon as possible.
Thank you, Mrs. Johnson. Willie.
Don't get mad, Julia. Only carrying out orders.
How did you get in here?
The whole way was empty downstairs. Now, I'm just carrying out orders from
No.
Barnabas, Julia.
All right, Willie. Just go.
No, I'm not. Please, now. You know, Barnabas, he's upset with you.
Why?
Well, you didn't want to see him today, and then Mrs. Johnson told him that you tore up the letter that he sent you.
He knows I haven't been feeling very well. There's no reason for him to be upset.
Well, I know, but he's worried about the experiment, too. You're supposed to be at the old house today and start working on it.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I'll try to get there tomorrow.
You think you'll be all right then?
I hope so.
Well, I mean, you look okay now. You don't look sick to me.
I feel better than I did this morning.
You look like you could go right back to the old house right now if you wanted to.
I don't want to. Is that why he sent you here, to bring me back to the old house?
Julia, he wants to see you.
Tell him he's not going to see me tonight. Go on, Willie. Tell him that. Julia, are you sure there isn't something else you want to tell me? Willie, you wouldn't want me to call Miss Stoddard in here, would you?
Okay, Julia. Okay. I'm going.
Can you hear me, Julia? I am waiting for you. You will leave the house and come to me now. You will know the way, Julia. I am waiting.
Oh, Dr. Hoffman, where are you going? She doesn't know if she's sick or she's not.
You heard me call to you,
Yes,
and you knew where to come.
yes.
Come here, Julia.
Well, where's Julia?
Wouldn't come with me.
You did go to her room, didn't you?
Yeah. Barnabas, I'm plenty worried about her.
Why? What's wrong?
Howling to those dogs, that's what's wrong.
Well, how did Julia look when you saw her?
I don't know. She looked okay, I guess.
Well, last night you said she was weak. Did she still look the same tonight?
She looked a little better, a little healthier.
Yes, but it won't last long.
Where you going?
I must see Julia.
You're sure no one knows where you are?
Yes, very sure.
You know now you must come to me here
Yes.
every night
Yes,
when
I
I
will.
call to you. You will tell no one.
I understand.
Good. You will go back to Collinwood now.
I will stay here if you want me to.
No. If you're gone too long, it might arouse suspicion.
Julia,
Barnabas, I didn't know you were here.
I thought you were too sick to go out.
I just went out to get some air.
You mean just outside?
Yes.
Well, I just came in a minute ago. I didn't see you there.
Must have come from the other direction.
Well, if I had seen you outside in the open, but you must have come through the woods.
Barnabas, I'm very tired. I have to go to bed.
Julia, not before you answer some questions.
Barnabas, not now.
Yes, now. Now, you were walking in the woods, weren't you?
It's ridiculous. Why would I walk in the woods alone at night?
That's what I want you to tell me. Along with why were you unconscious when Willie found you last night? And why did you remain in your room today and not see me at all? And finally, why are you wearing that scarf?
Well, it was cold out. I decided I needed something to keep my neck warm.
But it isn't cold in here. Why don't you take it off?
No, Barnabas.
Take it off, Julia.
No,